Hey Kim, thought we'd follow up with a bit of a video on the M3 cab that you had come in and taken a peek at. So just to start off, to highlight some of the extras that are on the vehicle. As far as the base model goes, it's very well equipped, but the extras and over above features, first off is the 19-inch wheels, and that is a $2,000 separate option. The wheels, I'm not sure if the coloring on the camera will show you off properly, but if you can see here, it has a bit of a polished lip on the front, and then the inserts in the back are kind of a powder-coated gunmetal gray. And B&W purposely does that because, as you can see, those larger brakes, they're all cross-drilled, really look huge, and that also, I mean, just the nature of a high-performance brake system gives off a fair amount of brake dust. So the inserts on those wheels don't show off the brake dust as easily. Also, with having that polished face, it gives the impression of a bigger wheel. As you can see, the spokes, they go right to the very end and the extent of the wheel, so it actually looks like a larger wheel package than what it is. It gives the impression of that. There's a lot of notable extras that you get on the M3s. You can see the sills there, the M3 insignia. That is a functional piece as well. You can actually see with the keys. Let me just show you here. When you unlock the vehicle, not sure if the camera will show it off here, but the light's actually illuminated in this piecing right here. Other extras, you can see that power dome right there, and especially when you're driving, it gives you that big kind of muscle car feel to it. Should feel good with the Corvettes you've been used to driving. You have the inserts right there and there on each side of the power dome, and they are functional. That's actually vented right into the intake. Headlight washers down below. These are a bi-xenon headlight, so high beam and low beam, and they are adaptive and auto leveling, so they'll steer left to right 15 degrees with the steering wheel, the projector on the corner, and they'll also auto level up and down. See lower down there, you have your inserts for fog lights. Normally would be really large inserts to cool off the brakes. Side mirrors are also different. We've got two pieces there. They are folding mirror and breakaway. This car is also equipped with electronic dampening control. That's another $2,000 feature. That gives you 3 adjustable, tension settings for the suspension in the car. So you can stiffen the suspension to a very firm setting or sport. You can have regular or normal suspension, and then comfort, which gives you that soft ride. And that's all integrated right into the M Drive button right on the steering wheel. So like when you're test driving the car, with one hit of a button you can conform the traction control settings, the throttle response and the ignition and the engine timing, as well as the suspension controls and the steering. So the car can be nice and soft and smooth, and light steering and easy throttle response. Tap the button and it takes on a much more aggressive drive. And the sparkling graphite has been discontinued for 2009, and we brought that color on in 2006. Now, kind of unique to this, the M3s are actually only a vehicle that came out in 2008, and being 09's the discontinued color for sparkling graphite makes this car even that much more rare. It was only available in this color for 1 year. The interior color is palladium silver Novella leather, which is the kind of finest interior leather we offer. Very soft and supple, but also very durable. Now, just to show you how the comfort access works, the keys are in my pocket right now, but when I get up to the vehicle, just close the door, windows auto level up. Without having a framing, they actually fit into a nice tight V groove right there, so you have very little wind noise. And I just put my finger right there. You hear the doors lock, and I just walk away. When I want to get into the vehicle, I simply just put my hand right here, so the doors unlock, and I get in. So if your hands are full with groceries or whatever else, you don't have to worry about grabbing the keys out and unlocking it, or even putting the key into ignition. It senses the key at all times. Door panels have the inserted leather with the stitch marks and an illuminated band right here as well. Not really easy to appreciate during the daytime, but at night it really shows off the, they spend a lot of time on the lighting. This also has the executive package, which gives you your individual B&W audio sound system with Durac Live technology and digital sound projection. That's by far our flagship sound system we offer. Now on the cabriolets, you have all the window adjustment there, rear windows and front windows, with folding mirrors and mirror adjustment. But they have one nice button right here, which operates all the windows at one time. So with one single touch, you can roll down all the windows. For seating adjustment, you can see just the nature of the seat has a lot of bolstering, so you really feel like you're hugged in place. M3s always have the, hard to see maybe on the camera, but has the M actually in the insert of the leather there. And all the detailing on the door panels and sills. You have 3 air lumbar supports right here. So up, forward, and down injects air into 3 different airbags in the backing of the seat, and then back releases the air off. Width adjustment in the front here, as well as your forward and back, even high adjustable headrest so you can see moving up and down there. Very thick leather wrap steering wheel. You had me mention that was maybe almost a little bit too thick. It really gives you a nice feel for the vehicle. You can see the bolstered 10 and 2 positions. And on the M3s, it's all about the details. So even the blue and red stitch marks on the inserts of the steering wheel. Of course, Bluetooth cell phone connection, Bluetooth keys. It's all in the car. You have one easy adjustment here for the seat. Pop that, folds right forward. Back seat has some unusual things you usually don't get on a cabriolet or on a coupe. You actually have in the back here own individual climate controls with hot and cold and ventilation on and off. Ashtray. Cup holders. And another storage compartment here as well. And these seats do fold right down with the ski bag in the center. The top is a full hardtop cabriolet, but it separates into 3 pieces. Just to show you how this works. Just with one hit of the button, I can hold the key down. I can actually roll down the whole top. And that is the clamshell style trunk lid that opens both ways. Folds down, right in. And that whole operation takes 22 seconds, so pretty easy to do that when you come to a stop at a red light. You can actually drive a wee bit while you're doing that, up to 15 kilometers an hour or 20 kilometers an hour, and it will disengage. So that's a profile of the car with the top down. And to watch the top go up again. Again, same operation. Then we get really easy and accessible with the keys. I can actually just hold down the lock button and I can roll up the top. So you can see no one's in the vehicle, the doors are locked. So you don't need to worry about getting into the vehicle and starting the vehicle up again to roll the top up. You can just press the lock button and it'll fold it all away. Unique to this as well, most cars in its competition line, to get a hardtop cabriolet, you really do sacrifice the seating, and this is one of the few hardtops that's still a 4-passenger car. So, I mean, the trunk space on hardtop cabriolets will never be very good, just the nature of the beast that way, but with having that back seat makes it a much more practical and usable car. Especially if you've been used to driving the Corvette, this is going to feel like you have a little bit better visibility, because I know the Corvettes you do sit really deep in, and a little bit of a softer suspension, just an easier driving car, but without really making a lot of sacrifices on the performance. It's a 420 brake horsepower, 4-liter V8. This engine is hand assembled at our F1 plant in Germany. It's actually the only vehicle we offer that comes out of the F1 plant. Even you can see there, kick panel has M on it. And there's a look at the engine. Not a whole ton to see. They put the battery in the back of these cars to help out with a pure 50-50 weight distribution. And like I had mentioned, that one opening on that one side is vented right in, so it is usable. And in the true kind of F1 styling and engineering of the car, this is one of the very rare V8s that you get such a huge red line, 8400. So the engine is absolutely screaming. It Loves the higher RPM ranges, which is again just an attribute of an F1 styled engine. There's another profile of the car. Great looking vehicle, lots of summer fun, a little more practicality than you'll find most hardtop cabriolets without making any sacrifice on the performance. So if you want, whenever you like, you can give Dave or I a ring, and love to go through the vehicle in more detail. Talk to you soon, Kim.